quite an event to be had. There's lots of different fun stuff to be had. And now we're going to be going to Svalbard for the end of the eclipse. This is our final countdown. We're having it here, just a little less than 20 minutes away, and we see the moon very much leaving just the center of the sun here. It's a beautiful moment.
What's been your highlight, Eric, of the day so far?
My highlight of the day. I mean, I suppose I'm going to be a little bit common about it and say that the the totality really was just so beautiful. That moment in time that we were able to just marvel at
Mm,
what this eclipse was for us, and
yeah.
it was just absolutely gorgeous. One thing that we can do is we can show right now a one of the eclipses from the past that was also a total solar eclipse. There's a really incredible feed that we have from a Slooh event in the past. This is the total solar eclipse from Gabon. This is a really great event for us that I think that a lot of people enjoyed way back then. So
Yeah,
here it
well,
is
this was
coming
this
up.
was the African eclipse a couple of years ago. In fact, it was the last total solar eclipse. I think it was November something or other. But we had two teams. I went with the team who are here, the expedition here, the EAC, our partners in the Canary Islands, and we also had another team in Gabon, which was on the west coast of Africa. They were in the middle of the jungle to do this, Eric. They used satellite communications to transmit these images to us live, and it was an absolutely unforgettable eclipse from so many points of view. It took us 4 days, would you believe, to get to our location on the shoreline of Lake Turkana, which is actually the cradle of mankind. It's where the oldest human remains have been found, or hominid remains have been found. And look at that diamond ring that they got from Gabon. Truly amazing eclipse.
Absolutely gorgeous. And then we see everything turn to dark.
And the corona, the outer atmosphere of the sun, which is a million times fainter than the rest of the sun. So we normally can't see it. It's normally blinded by the rest of the sun. And before we had space telescopes, this was the only opportunity where we could see the outer atmosphere of the sun, the corona.
It's really hard to talk during a totality because it's so gorgeous. Just the, you never see the corona, and then all of a sudden it's right there. This beautiful flowering image. Here it is, slowly coming out of totality. You see the beads on the other side. Oh, diamond ring. What a view. It's just so brilliant. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the sun just grows and grows from that moment of quiet darkness. What a sight to behold. And really, the total solar eclipses, they're so majestic in that way. And but one, you know, you can make the comparison. Like this is an example that we took of a partial solar eclipse, and it's something that we did with Matt Francis. This is one of our recent views with him, where you see his incredible imagery of the sun, and but we see the moon eat away at the sun, but it doesn't have that same magic to it. But it's still seeing the sun like this is absolutely incredible. Seeing this movement. And so you see, for a partial solar eclipse, it doesn't go through the center of the sun. It marches along just along a corner. Until it finally marches off again. And here's an example of really some just amazing features, because we talk about Matt as a solar astronomer, and we're able to focus up on some incredible features of the sun. And oh, that's a beautiful image. We see the dynamics, just the dynamic nature of the sun, just the side of it, the edges. Such a beautiful, beautiful feed. And since we're talking about all the different types of eclipses that there are, we got through the partial, we've seen a total. Here's an example of Slooh's version of an annular solar eclipse that happened a couple years back. And so you see, the moon isn't quite big enough to cover all of the sun at that point, even though it does move very close to the center. And so that's a unique color, isn't it, Paul? What filter would you say that is? Oh, sorry, Paul, we're not hearing you coming through, but it's really quite a unique one. And oh, there we see it up close. Oh, that's beautiful. And so, while these don't rival the majesty necessarily of the total solar eclipses, they do have some absolutely incredible features to them. And so here we are going back to our live feed of the total solar eclipse, the end of the total eclipse, coming to us live from where? From Svalbard. Here it is popping up right there. And it's coming to very close to its end. Here is our countdown clock coming up. We are only 12 minutes away from the end of this total solar eclipse. It has been quite a wild ride indeed. This has been an incredible event, and I hope that all of you watching around the world have really enjoyed this. Really, absolutely. Doesn't this look gorgeous, Paul? Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I still don't think we're hearing you here. But this is really, really an incredible sight to see, and we're just seeing the end of the eclipse as we're slowly creeping off the edge of the sun here. It's been a long day, but it's been a great one, really, because we've seen feeds from across the world. We've seen feeds from Svalbard. We've seen feeds from the Faroe Islands. We've seen feeds from Austria. It's really, we've been all over the place and just seeing little peaks and nudges of the eclipse from different perspectives. It's been quite a story to tell, and we only are very much 10 minutes away from this total solar eclipse coming to an end. But we have to go to a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back after these short messages. Stay tuned.